Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and everyone at the tarot community. I'm excited to bring you this video, and my guides have been wanting me to do this for a long time. I have a lot to share. I want to talk about the clairs and my personal spiritual experiences. First of all, I wanted to thank so many of you who are watching and new followers who are watching. Our tarot community is very, very big and very, very vast, with a lot of intuitive readers who have helped me out tremendously with finding more information about myself and my own gifts and abilities. And I just want to list off, if you see me looking up, I'm looking at my subscribers. Hang on, I wanted to give special thanks to people who have really helped me out, who have answered questions that I've wanted to know for a long time and have helped me trust my own intuition more. I want to start off with just a couple people. I mean, actually there's a lot of you, but I'd be here all day if I did that. So that kind of defeats the point of the video. Scott, Scorpio Sun Tarot. Thank you so much, Scott. You're always so nice and sweet and such a nice person and so supportive of everybody. Thank you so much for all the wonderful lives you do, helping and supporting everyone. And then I wanted to thank Diana Jean. She's doing Akashic Records readings too, and she's done a wonderful job, and she's picked up on a lot that I've already seen myself. So hi, Diana Jean. Thank you for all your wonderful readings you've given me too. Thank you. Also, someone that others might not know in the tarot community too much. Someone's kind of new and upcoming. Their name is Grounded Fire. Mel and Anthony, her husband, are great intuitive readers who have given me wonderful readings about my past lives and any of the other things that I've had questions about. They are amazing readers. So please subscribe to them at Grounded Fire. They're wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Tarot Stash. He is great, hilarious and funny and witty and sassy. Like me, I'm a little witty and sassy myself. And Brenda T. Imagine. She has done a wonderful job with her readings as well for me. She's a great reader, and she does intuitive reads now, and she's just an amazing, wonderful lady who's very sweet. And I'm always happy when I get a reading from her as well. And then Viviani, she is so great and so wonderful and so bright and just very intuitive. Her and, oh my gosh, what's his name? I forget his name. I'm gonna have to look this up. Hang on, I have to click into this. They do that quantum metaphysical healing too. Anyways, Viviani is a wonderful Akashic Records reader as well. And it's so cool that these people do Akashic Records reading for free. Like, people have to pay an arm and a leg. Oh, hang on. I think my thing just ended. I was listening to background music. I think I'm going to listen to, where is it? Here it is. We'll just listen to this for now. Just something in the background. Oh, no, it's this. Okay, so anyway, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, anyways, Akashic Records readings are amazing that you get them for free. Like, so many people want to know about their past lives, and they give them for free, like Viviani and the Akashic Records Reading Adventures. I think they have them pulled up here. I wanted to give my thanks to them as well. Linda de Gonzalez, Diana Boyles, and Viviani for their Akashic Records readings channel that they do. I wanted to give a huge shout out to them for their immense time and energy they give to everybody in the chat, and to all the people in the chat for all these communities that I'm mentioning and all the other tarot readers that I go to, and just even the pick a cards that I go to, these people are immensely intuitive and just incredible people that have helped me out so much with my own gifts and abilities and what I've wanted to know inside myself. And I can't thank them enough for their time and their patience. And the chats are so supportive. Everyone knows everyone, and we're all here for the same reason and supporting each other every day. And let me check if there's more people I wanted to mention. There's so many people I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, John as well from live quantum psychic Akashic readings. They're clearing, him and Viviani do. And then also wanted to mention Mr. Floyd from, I think, Floyd's Universe. And oh my gosh, what's her name? I forget her name. Why am I blanking out on her name? Hang on, I have to look these people up because I want to give proper thanks to these people. Hang on, let me type in this real quick. Second. Laura B. Yes, Laura B. When Mr. Floyd does tarot readings with Laura B. and he channels Saint Germain, it is wonderful and exhilarating and so exciting. I love it all. I appreciate everyone's hard work they do to give the chat the best experience and the best answers to their questions. And greatly, one second, greatly, hang on, two cats, I have two cats, appreciative of that, period. Like, I've had so many things answered for me that's helped, not only that I got from myself intuitively, they're like, yeah, that's what you're picking up, like, and that helps my confidence so much. So anyways, yeah, I could ramble on about how wonderful everyone is in the chat and everything else, and like all the moderators and everything. By the way, shout out to moderators. I moderated, also Miss K. Miss K is wonderful and share with peace and love as well. She's a wonderful, wonderful, intuitive lady. I love her to pieces. She's great. And Miss K has her. A lot of you all have your own tarot channels, which is amazing. You guys are also gifted. Miss K as well. So, like, gosh, I lost my train of thought. I have ADHD and a little bit of autism myself, so I like, oh, Lisa on Mystical Life, as well. She is amazing, wonderful, spontaneous, upbeat person. She's greatly intuitive as well. Let's see here. Oh gosh, Donna Marie and Sabrina, which was they changed the name. It was previously, what was it, Scotland Ghost Psychic Channel thing, and then let me see, it was something else. What was it? Anyways, I have so many people I could thank, and then I wouldn't have this video the way I could go on and on and on. So first of all, those are my thanks to everybody for helping me out. It's been amazing with all the information you've given me, so thank you. Okay, so back to square one. If you see me eating, it's breakfast time, so I'm eating and drinking my tea. So I wanted to touch on and demystify two things. Claire's and my own personal experience. I wanted to share my personal experience, but I wanted to demystify the Claire's because it can be almost too whimsically at certain times. Like people explain it. Oh, 𝓂𝚦𝓏 too. 𝓂𝚦𝓏 as well. There's so many, like I go on and on and on. There's like just so many people, and I apologize if I didn't get to call your name, but anyways, thank you all. So there's clairsentience, or not clairsentience, oh my gosh. Clairs mean to see. It's a French word, to see. So clarity, basically. Clarity in feeling, clarity in sight, clarity in smell, clarity in hearing, clarity in just knowing, inner knowing, you know, all the clairs. And there's many, many different clairs, like 𝓤𝓙𝓒𝓲𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰𝓼, where you hold an item and then you get the impression and you see who held this, where this come from, the impact that it had, etc., etc. Clear smelling, clairalience, where you also get a phantom smell. Oh, I also wanted to thank Reverend Mary as well. I go to her channel all the time too. She is a great, wonderful, intuitive lady as well. Anyways, and so I wanted to demystify all of this, especially for beginners, because I know what it's like to be like, okay, people talk about these clairs all the time. What now? Like, you can do the guided meditations. If that's your thing, then do it. Like, for me, guided meditations don't work for me. I have a hard time zoning in on what they're telling me. You're walking through this grass, you're walking through this path, there's the ocean on to the left, you hear the waves crashing. I can't do that. And by the way, if I swear, I'm sorry, because that's just kind of how I authentically express myself. I'm trying to keep it clean, but if I truly express myself, it'll be beep, 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 beep. That's how I talk. That's just how it is. So anyways, but guided meditations, for all the times I've tried, haven't worked out too well for me, and I've tried. But what got me started, basically, back to the root, back to the center here, what got me started was listening to sound frequency. And by the way, if you hear something in the background, it's because I am listening to sound frequency while I'm talking. So sound to me is really effective for me. I'm able to zone in and feel that frequency and help me relax and like go in. And I first started off with clearing my energy, unblocking all my chakras, because that's how it works for me. Like, if all my chakras are in alignment, I can tone into those clairs a lot easier. It just helps me a lot. And so the first clair that came to me, I believe, was my oh my gosh, why am I blanking out on my third eye? I don't know why I can't. Clairvoyance. Thank you. Gosh. Anyways, my third eye, my clairvoyance. I remember laying in bed and turning over and seeing my crown chakra literally open like a lotus flower. Like, it was literally a lotus flower with these weird purple small men at the very bottom of the lotus flower beating on it like a drum, and like an actual drum. And I was like, what the heck is that? Like, where did that come from? And it was clear as day. And from that moment on, things just kind of lined up to a certain extent. Prior to that, I had an awakening because I had a huge depression. We'll go over that later. But clairvoyance was the first thing that came through for me strongly. And I saw my crown chakra open, but that was kind of it. But then I also got some clairaudience, which was weird, because at night I would get these activities where we were going to a BTS concert in LA. And this is kind of like right after my crown chakra opened. And I remember laying in bed and I heard April really, 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 really loud in my ear. And I was like, what the heck is that? I'm like, what's that? Because I've never heard anything like that ever. And I was like, what? But then I'm like, oh, April, because it's my dad's birthday. My dad's birthday is in April. lo and behold, we were going to the BTS concert in April. And that was amazing synchronicity right there. And so things just kind of started stacking up. And I started listening to more frequency music. And I don't have... I will link down below all my... the frequency music that I listen to that helped my clairs. Because people have a hard time. Like I said, if you're like me, you can tap into these clairs by listening to these frequencies. And it doesn't have to be a long time. I literally lay down and maybe, I don't know, depending on how long you want to sit there, I lay down for 10, 15 minutes and just, you eventually kind of like go into a meditative state, and you even kind of like go to sleep, but it's still doing its thing. It's still hitting that frequency within you to awaken those clairs. And I don't do guided meditations. So if guided meditations work for you to open your, like, i.e. clairvoyance, then do that. Each clair is also associated with a chakra. So the third eye chakra is associated with clairvoyance, obviously clairseeing. Crown is claircognizance. Clairsentience is probably the root or the solar plexus, depending. The throat chakra is, to me, clairaudience, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Just like once you have all your clairs in alignment, things really do accelerate quickly. And so sound frequency really, really, really helps me tap into those frequencies, and also to connect with your guides too. Like once your vibration is high, your guides will come around more. You will hear, I hear high-pitched ringing and things like that. They will get my attention by that. They'll touch my head like this, and I will feel buzzing around my body when they're near and they want my attention. The easiest way also to tap into, or what it's like to have clairvoyance, in my opinion, and what works for me, is I'm a very visual person, so I've always been able to daydream really, really well. And so, you know, when you daydream, it's like clairvoyance. It's like that fogginess where you can see whatever you're daydreaming, but if you look too closely at it, it'll go away. It's kind of like zoning out and daydreaming at the same time. And if you can get in between zoning out and daydreaming, you're clairvoyant, basically, because you're seeing something that's there, but not really with your naked eye. So, and also, if you just put on some frequency music and just kind of like stare, and you just stare, and you just kind of let that energy come in. And for me, it's the crown. The crown will just kind of like open up that energy within me, and then I'm just like, I'm zoned in. And all it takes is just like you don't have to think of anything. Like, you will actually stop thinking because you're focused, because you're zoning out. Like, the easiest thing to do is to zone out. And that's like the easiest thing to do. And like, to me, that's meditative. Is if you're really good at zoning out, you don't really want to dissociate, but just zone out is probably the easiest way to do it. I did have a frequency that cleared negative energy and negative mindset, and opened my third eye at the same time. And I had no intention of opening any of my clairs. None. I was like, I always thought that was for really gifted, special people. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, what? I've been doing this. I've had this spiritual awakening for 3 years and nothing's happened. But that's not true. And once I kind of let go of expectations, I all of a sudden started seeing things which were amazing. And I didn't freak out because it wasn't scary per se. It was just like, whoa, mind-blowing for me, at least. And like I said, I started seeing my past lives and things of that nature, and I'll get into that. But yeah, it's just kind of like trying to demystify those clairs. You know, there's claircognizance where you're just all of a sudden, you also know something that you didn't know. It just popped in your head, and you're like, wow, how did I know that? Or even an old saying or something random that you would never think of pops into your head. That's claircognizance. Like, that's just inner knowledge, inner knowing. Or you know something about someone that you didn't even know, that you just knew. So, and then clairsentience is where you feel the energy around you or another person's emotions. And then, hang on. Sometimes I will just channel just like this. Like my actual body is starting to buzz now. And sometimes I think it'll be like, oh, it's my computer. I'm feeling the vibration of my computer. No, that's, yeah, because I feel it right now. So that's like what I'm talking about. Like you can talk like this, like I'm doing, and then all of a sudden channeling will happen because you're open to it. And so my body, I can feel my body hitting that frequency. But I also have frequency music on, so that's going to amplify that energy within you too, and it's going to make it easier to tap in. Also, working with stones and crystals. I will hold on to my stones and crystals when I lay down, and I do my frequency sessions where I do about 5 videos, 10, 15 minutes, and just go through each one that I feel called to and drawn to. And I will feel my crystals start to heat up with not only my own energy, but just the energy within the crystals. And that energy will be activated within me. And then I'll put those crystals in my pocket. Throughout the whole day, that energy will be amplified in me, where it'll almost be easier for my guides to get in touch with me, is because not only did it raise my vibration, those crystals were activated with the vibration of the sound that I was using. So, let me take a bite of my food. So anyways, that really, really helps me get in tune to my gifts and abilities. Like, I have really activated hand chakras, and I didn't know that. And I was watching a video on crystal gridding. One second. Sorry. Anyways, I was watching a video on crystal gridding. Oh, see, I'm getting a vibrational ringing right now. Like it sounds like, you know, silence, and then there's like this prickly amplified silence, like almost like a silent ring. Not quite like the high pitch you hear in the ear at times, but like this weird energy silence. It's hard to explain. It's like there's a sound silence and not just a silent silence. It's weird. It's like a psychic silence or something. Anyways, I just heard that because they like me. They're really proud of me doing this because they've wanted me to do this forever. Anyways, what was I saying? Talking about, oh my gosh. And this happens too, is like, I'll be thinking of something and then like energy pressure comes in and like all of a sudden I forget what I'm doing. Like, I guess it can be interference too. I'm still trying to work with that. What's interference, what is not. So I'm trying to I'm trying to go back to what I was saying. Think. I was saying crystal gridding, right? I was watching a video on crystal gridding, and she was talking about crystal gridding, and I did this like little crystal grid with the little crystals that I had, very, very small crystals. I didn't have very many. And I was doing it, I was holding it like this, and I was focusing, and I felt like electricity around where I was, and I was like, whoa, what is this power? Oh, see, they're touching the back of my head right now. And so I felt this electricity, and I was like, whoa. And then I held on to the stone afterwards. My hand was so hot. It was like on fire. And I was looking at my hand going like, what the heck? And I held it in my hand and I was like, what is this feeling? What is this? Like, cause I was astonished. I couldn't believe it. And so I had to set it down. I was like, that was an experience. And so also one time, in the morning, I'm most activated and I can feel spirit the most in the morning. So when I sit down, I close my eyes and spirit will just, I actually kind of like, I think of my root, and I go through all my chakras from my root all the way up. I go root, sacral, solar, throat, third eye, bindu. By the way, I need to talk about the bindu later. That's, to me, that's related to your past lives too. It like activates your past lives as well, because it's it's right behind your third eye. We'll talk about that later. Crown. Also talk about the higher chakras too, because they also activate those higher chakras. That will also amplify your gifts and abilities and connect to a source. But we'll get to that later. Or the next video or something. Anyways, because I have a lot to talk on. Anyways, and so that's what I do. And then once I'm done with that, I just kind of sit there. And then spirit will come in with this energy, like this really high vibrational energy. And it'll just course through my body. And then I know they're there. And it kind of like gives me a zing. And that's when I can like meditate for a minute or so, longer than usual. Because if I'm like, okay, I have to meditate, close my eyes, it will work for a second or so, and then I'll get antsy. And then I'll be like, oh, I'm not doing this right. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not da-da-da. So then that frustrates me. And then that's like, it's not helping. So to me, meditation is usually through sound frequency or activating my chakras. Personal experiences, right? Personal experiences. Oh gosh, there's a lot. This morning in the shower, I get a lot of experiences in the shower. So the shower is a portal for me, basically. And it's a conduit, basically. And I thank the shower and I ask for its cleansing and purifying. And I do this whole shower ritual, basically thanking my guides and everything, and just asking for protection and grounding and focus and concentration, because when you have ADHD, you need that. And so really badly. And so I ask for that and divine protection. And I thank all 4 cardinal directions. And then all 4 cardinal directions are also associated with the 4 archangels, if you want to do that too. Raphael is the east, Michael is the south, Gabriel is the west, Uriel is the north, as above, so below, and you know what I mean. So I ask for protection all 4 cardinal directions as well. And then I do that, and then, sorry, I'm getting interference again. I'm losing track of what I'm talking about. So, hang on, brain fart really bad. I was talking personal experiences, shower, squirrel, and it's not even really squirrel, it's honest to God, it's like a flat line in my head all of a sudden. And it's like, all of a sudden I lost track of what I was thinking. So anyways, the shower is very conductive for me, and I see a lot of imagery in the shower. And so that helps me tune in a lot. Like I saw my fairy guide in the shower. She was on my shoulder, and I felt her energy, and she was like, woo, 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 childlike, and it was cute. And I also saw, not to give her discredit, I also saw my guardian dragon when I did that frequency meditation with the clearing of the energy and the third eye. I saw my guardian dragon, and it was small, and it was just a baby, and it was white, and I went up to him and I pet him, and I was laying down, by the way. I always lay down when I meditate, because if I sit up, it's too long and it's uncomfortable for me, so I lay down, and I usually do this mantra, which I forget the name of, but it's a concentration mantra, and that's always what I do. So it was white, and I pet his head, and it was really cool. And I have these textile experiences where if I see something, I can feel the texture of what I'm seeing almost. If I'm holding something, I can feel, like I saw one of my Spanish ancestors. He was a Spanish cowboy or something, and he used to rope wild horses, and he owned a ranch, and he showed me a lasso, and I felt the lasso and the texture of the lasso in my hands. So that's what I'm talking about. So, i.e. my fairy, like, I have textile sensory where they show me something, I will go out and try and reach it, examine it. Like one time I was in the shower and I turned around and I saw this Amazon man, which doesn't surprise me because I have Mexican, Peruvian, and Spanish ancestors, like completely. And he was next to a panther, and I think that's one of my spirit guide animals or my power animals. And he had the leaf anklets, and he showed me stomping on the ground, and so I stomped on the ground. So I try and also imitate what they're showing me as well, just to kind of have that sensory experience with what I'm seeing, because to me that solidifies the experience. Like for instance, I was trying to get in contact with my Native American ancestors on my mom's side, and they're the 𝓂𝓪𝓲𝓻𝓲𝓷𝓲𝓵. They come from Victoria, BC, and they lived on a beach area, and I saw a vision of a beach at night, and the water was going back and forth, and it was the moonlight was glistening on the water, and I was on this beach, and I all of a sudden came first person point of view, and there was a fire in front of me, and there was Native American people on like driftwood. They were just chilling out, one smoking a pipe. They're just doing their own thing. And this old lady came up to me, and she gave me like this key thing out of bark, and I was like, whoa, okay. But like things like that, like I have like visions of that where I immerse myself in that vision. And so just very textile things like that. Like I have so many experiences. It's not even funny. I feel like there's so many. Like one time I was laying down and I was listening to my shamanic music, which I'll have to link it below. I'll have to figure out how to do those links. Anyways, and all of a sudden I saw this hoodoo voodoo woman. She was wearing that white headdress and the white clothes like you see in Louisiana, and like a hoodoo voodoo priestess. And all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of them, and they were shaking rattles over me and feathers and whatnot, and they were chanting and they were cleansing my energy. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I mean, I didn't say anything, but I was like, wow, this is a lot of people. And they're all over me, shaking and cleansing my energy. And that was like really, really, really cool. And I also do have African American ancestors on my dad's side, my Mexican side. All my Mexican ancestry comes from my dad's side. And I also have Native American Mexican, like Yopi and Navajo on that side as well. But Pacific Northwest Native American I have on my mom's side. So I do have those energies running through me, and my ancestors are very protective of me, and I can feel them and all that kind of stuff. And then trying to think of other experiences. Gods and goddesses. Yes, gods and goddesses. I've had lots of experiences with them. My guides, I have lots of guides. Just intuitively knowing that I have lots of guides. For instance, I was working out and Osiris just showed himself to me, like completely, like green and everything, like kind of like the classic 101 kind of look of Osiris. And I was like, what the heck? And I saw that with my naked eye. Like clairvoyance, you can see with your naked eye. You do not have to close your eyes to see. So I saw him and I was like, whoa. And that was cool. I also saw Thoth. I was in the shower, and I also do this thing called piggyback, where someone will give a reading on a deity, and then all of a sudden that deity will come to me to a certain extent, and all of a sudden that image will show up. Like for Thoth, someone had an interview with Thoth, and I was like, wow, that's cool. And he was talking about how hard it was to get into contact with Thoth. But I was like, that shouldn't be too hard, because to me, not that I don't hold them in high reverence. I do hold them in high reverence. That's the thing. But the thing is, how to explain this? Gosh, it's already 35 minutes. I'm gonna go over time, so I'm not gonna stretch it out. That's later. That's for a different topic. I've seen my guides. I saw Thoth. I saw Osiris. I know Loki is one of my guides. Artemis. I have to say him in this Celtic way. I'm trying to learn how to say his name properly. So many. Like, I have over 18 or 20 different guides that I know about. Let alone my ancestors that are my guides. My past lives, like, I think I'll do a separate video on my past lives and how it might not be as long, but it's a cool topic to get into. Anyways, clairvoyance is key to see the past lives, but also, let's see, it started getting ringing in my ears. Clairvoyance is your key to see past lives, also your Bindu chakra, and just having all your chakras in alignment, basically. And I do that through frequency. That really activates my chakras. And see, right now I feel that energy right now within me. So anyways, yeah. So long story short, I know this is kind of like all over the place and whatnot, not really structural, because that's just who I am, and I wanted to get this video done, and I've been really hesitant on it because I've had anxiety on how to approach this video, and if I was comfortable enough to talk on the phone again, because I did 2 previous videos previously, and they were okay if you want to watch them, but they're kind of cringe. I have a little more foresight with these upcoming videos, and hopefully next time will be a little more structural. But anyways, thanks for watching. I know it's kind of like woo all over the place, and I'll talk about many other different things. There's many different sides of me and topics and things I like and things I don't like and all this kind of stuff, but generically this is kind of like an introduction kind of thing. So thank you to the tarot community and all the wonderful intuitive tarot readers and all the new people watching this video. Thank you. May your day be blessed and bright, sunny, and happy. And so thank you.